I'm Coach Jennings, and you are watching Max South Sports. MD Jennings, head coach of the Calhoun City Wildcats. Prior to this, I was an assistant coach here for 2 years under Coach Perry Lyles and Coach Chad White. Before coming to Calhoun City, I was assistant coach under Coach Lance Pogue and Coach Ricky Woods at South Panola High School. Before I got into coaching, I actually played in the NFL for 4 seasons, 3 seasons with the Green Bay Packers and 1 season with the Chicago Bears. I graduated from Calhoun City High School, and now I'm back home coaching. When the pandemic first started, we figured that it would be over with, shortly. But as it, played out, we realized that we would have to take a different approach to coaching. So, as far as in the weight room and the way we do our strength and conditioning program, we basically, came up with ways to social distance the kids. We have to spray the bars down and the balls down after someone touches it. So, I just tell the kids and the coaching staff we're going to control the things that we can control and let everything else, play out as it go. I honestly believe it will be a season this year. I think, here in the South, football means so much. So I think they're gonna try their best to make things as normal as possible and give the, kids a football season. We just tell the kids we're gonna work hard every day, and we're gonna take care of the things that we can take care of, and we're gonna prepare just like we got a game coming up. So everything else, will take care of itself if we're ready to roll. When we, tee it up and kick it off. Yeah, I've seen, a different mindset with kids. A lot of people, take the game for granted, but seeing the game taken away from, last year's seniors, especially with like baseball kids and things of that nature. So it make the kids understand that, at any second, this game can be taken away from us. So kids come here with a different mindset, and they're willing to, lay it all on the line because you never know when it's gonna be your last snap. One of the biggest strengths on this team, I think these guys are very dedicated and they're hard workers. If you're willing to show up every day, roll your sleeves up and go to work, it makes everything else, that much easier. These kids, a lot of them haven't had the chance to, play big roles on the team, so they're willing and they're hungry and they're motivated. And I just continue to tell the kids that hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. The biggest challenge on this team is, just not having the game reps, so I don't want to use the word youth because, they're veteran guys. We got a lot of seniors. They did not have the amount of game reps that probably most seniors, across the state would have, but it's nothing against those kids. They were just behind a great group of seniors. We had a lot of seniors last year, and those guys did everything from, quarterback, receiver, DB, D-line, the kicker, punter, holders, So those guys, those seniors last year did everything. This group of guys, they're young guys, but they're motivated, and I think, after a few games, they'll have some quality reps and be ready to go up and, make some real big plays for us in key situations. I think as a coach, the first thing you got to do is, evaluate your team and, try to play into your strengths. So if, we are better off running the football, if we're, if we're having success running the ball, that'll be the way we, approach, each and every week. If we see something on film or feel like we can pass the ball against a team, that'll be something we do. So, I'm not one of those coaches that say, hey, I got a scheme and I'm gonna stick to it. It's all about, doing what's best for the kids, against that particular opponent. Last season, we had a pretty good season overall. We finished 9-4, got knocked out the 3rd round of the playoffs against a good Charleston team beat us. I think we learned a lot last season. Moving forward to this season, I think we have a real good group of guys coming back. I think that, we can definitely, make a run for it. We just gotta, take care of the little things, don't beat ourselves, as far as turnovers and things of that nature. But if we line up and play every play, as hard as we can, everything else, it'll take care of itself. Well, coming back for this season, we have some 2 veteran guys or 2 older guys on the O-line, Warner Wiggs and Gage Tudor. Both of those guys are smart, hard-nosed football players that I think, they can keep everybody else straight on the front line. We have a guy, he didn't play much last year, but he spot played when we needed him to last season. Jalen Artberry, that's a guy that we're looking forward to playing, some running back for us, being able to go play receiver and also play in the secondary for us. Another guy returning is Thomas Clayton. He's another guy that, can pretty much do it all from quarterback to running back if needed, receiver, and also play in the secondary on the defense side of the ball. I think with all those guys coming back and, with some great leadership skills, I think those guys, help everyone else's job become much easier for them. Here in Calhoun City, we're known for being, a physical football team. We like to run the ball and try to control the clock. So, we try our best to manage the game, on the offense side of the ball by being able to run the ball. On defense, we preach speed and physicality. We want to run to the ball and, make you pay for it. And, at the end of the day, everyone wants the ball. So, one of the biggest things we're going to preach this year is takeaways. If we have the ball, the other team, can't score unless we, do something to hurt ourselves and, allow them to score defensively. Anytime you're playing a good team with tradition like, the East Websters, the Water Valleys, the Houston teams, we know that those guys are well-coached guys, and when they show up here, they're going to lay it all on the line. So, you just got to have the right mindset and the right focus, and, whoever lines up across from you, if you take care of yourself, everything else, will work itself out. Here at Calhoun City, our biggest rival is the Bruce Trojans. Everyone looks forward to that Schooner River rivalry every year. Last year, I think we end up winning 50-0 here at home against Bruce Trojans. It means a lot to play football in Mississippi. We have a lot of great coaches, a lot of great programs. When you think of Mississippi football, you think about, the South Panolas, the West Points, the Oak Groves. I was fortunate enough to, coach under, Coach Lance Poe, that had a lot of tradition at South Panola. I also, had an opportunity to coach under Coach Ricky Woods. He won a state championship at Ackerman. He was able to have a lot of success at South Panola. Another guy I learned a lot from, a lot of people don't, really know him. A lot of the coaches know him, but Coach Chuck Friends, a very successful coach, Hall of Fame guy. Being able to work with guys like that, you learn a whole lot about football. The ultimate goal for everybody in the state is, to win a state championship. It takes a lot of hard work, and dedication to accomplish that, that goal. But, with my team, I just tell them we're going to take it 1 week at a time. We're going to control the things that we can control. And, if we're fortunate enough to be playing there, then everything else, we just going to lay it all on the line at that point.